can't handle the truth.
Before I start to talk about the Xbox One and Halo 5 winning MPD for October, or Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII joining the cast of Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, I I just want to take a little bit of time and tell you guys, this video will not get 1,000 views. It will not get 2,000 views. Why? Because I'm telling you guys the truth. And it seems, and I've saw it for a very, very long time, years on YouTube, that telling a lie will get you more views than telling the truth. Crap Gamer and NextGen 720 lied to the YouTube gaming community, claiming that the Xbox One version of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 performed better and looked better on the Xbox One. This was before Digital Foundry did their test. After Digital Foundry did their test, the world now knows, I'm hoping Xbox fans know as well, that after the cutscenes, that on the Xbox One and the PS4 are both in 1080p. Once it gets down to the gameplay, the PS4 version is 1080p. The Xbox One version, however, is 900p. But both of their videos got more likes than dislikes. Everybody took their word for it. They had no links in the description, no credible sources, but they get success from lying. And it's just so fucked up. It's so very confusing. But I'm not going to stop what I'm doing because of the corruption over there at the Xbox camp. I'm not going to stop this shit. The truth has to come out, and I'm going to make sure it comes out. So let's talk about the truth behind the Xbox One beating the PS4 for the first time since April of this year. First of all, PS4 before October's MPDs, the PS4 beat the Xbox One for a total of 8 months in the United States MPD. Now, as far as the Xbox One, well, before October's MPD, the Xbox One only beat the PS4 in 1 month, and that was in April in the United States MPD. So now the score is 8-2. Now, we only have 2 more months left in this year. Whether the Xbox One or the PS4 wins November or December, it does not really matter for the PS4 because the PS4 already accumulate 8 months. It was over. It was over. Actually, it was over before April when the PS4 beat the Xbox One in January, February, and March. And then after April, the PS4 beat the Xbox One in May, June, July, August, and September because they had no games. Microsoft is doing the same strategy that they did last year. The only difference is they did not push their games to November or beyond. Their games started to come out in late August to the end of October. We're not going to really count Tomb Raider for anything for Xbox due to the fact we all know Fallout 4 comes out the same day. It came out the same day, sorry. It came out the same day, and we know Fallout 4, as you can see from right here, is nominated for Game of the Year, along with Bloodborne, and along with Metal Gear Solid 5, which, as we all know, looked better and sold better on the PS4 worldwide as well as the United States. And even a Wii U exclusive is up here, which is kind of funny because if I'm not mistaken, NextGen 720 tried to brag about the win in October for the Xbox One, saying that, let's see, Woolly World beat Uncharted? Yeah, Woolly World beat Uncharted in sales, right? But as I can see right here, Woolly World is standing at a 78 Metacritic score, while Uncharted Nathan Drake's collection has a 87. Do you know that Uncharted is beating Rise of the Tomb Raider in a Metacritic score? Did you know that Uncharted Nathan Drake's collection is also beating Halo 5 Guardians in a Metacritic score. So, what I'm trying to say is these guys are fucking liars. They do not show you the facts. Something I'm gonna fucking do and constantly will do. They need to start doing it because it is so very easy to own these guys. So let's go to uh, let's go to Uncharted. Let's see. The original Uncharted 2, 96 Metacritic score. That's higher than Tomb Raider. That's higher than Halo 5. Okay. Uncharted 3, 92 on a Metacritic score. That's higher than Rise of the Tomb Raider, and it's once again higher than Halo 5 Guardians. And then we got Uncharted Drake's Fortune, 88 on a Metacritic score. That's higher than Rise of the Tomb Raider, and it is also higher than Halo 5 Guardians. My point is, Uncharted is higher than these two games. Bloodborne, 92 Metacritic score, higher than these two games. Reviewers are more vicious this generation than last generation or the PS2 generation. That is very true. We all know it. But it is still funny. It is still funny that none of your fucking exclusives got nominated for Game of the Year. This is where the truth really comes out. Who is really on top? Now, I really want to get to this topic. I don't talk about Nintendo fans a lot, but this was a very big surprise to all of the gaming community. Cloud Strife came to Super Smash Brothers. I was very pissed off that day. I was not pissed off about the MPD sales because once again, let me go over this one more time. The PS4 won a total of 8 months in the United States against the Xbox One this year, while the Xbox One maintained April as their only win before October. Meaning, even if the Xbox One manages to win November and December, does it matter? No. 8 is greater than 2. 8 is greater than 3. 8 is greater than 4. It's over. Drop it. That didn't really piss me off. This pissed me off. I was hoping for a follow up to PlayStation All Stars, and I was hoping that Cloud would make some sort of an appearance due to the fact that we have multiple games on the PlayStation only system where Cloud was there. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, Final Fantasy Dissidia for the PSP, and a new Final Fantasy Dissidia that's floating around in arcades in Japan. As you can see right here, the arcade game is using the PS4 at its core for the tech system. And this is what Cloud looks like on the PS4 on that arcade game. I just want to show you guys the rest of the Final Fantasy characters. If you don't know anything about Dissidia, links are going to be in the description for these articles where you can watch the trailer. But this right here is the PS4 version. This is the arcade version. You can see it's a little bit more, a tad bit blurry and not as detailed. But this is the power of the PS4. It's going to be having a fighting game on the arcades. It's going to be 1080p, 60 frames per second, as you can see right there. It's not going to only have Cloud. It's going to have multiple different Final Fantasy characters. This is where it gets real fucked up. Out of all of these other Final Fantasy characters, Cloud was put on Super Smash Brothers. Out of all of these characters, Cloud is on Super Smash Brothers. There were so many other Final Fantasy games that premiered on the NES or Super NES or Game Boy Advance or Game Boy 3DS or the DS or GameCube with Crystal Chronicles, and then the Wii had Crystal Bearers. You guys know those characters. Even when it comes down to Dragon Quest, you guys know those characters. You know they're synonymous for being on Nintendo systems.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. So you get nothing. You lose.